Morning everybody, Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader here with your Tuesday morning pre-market webcast for Mr. Topstep. So we are trading, we're up 7 1/4 handles right now. The current trade is 13.74. We've traded as high as 13.75 quarter. About 10 o'clock Eastern last night we hit some stops right above 13.70, which ran it up about 5 handles in a single, in a 1 minute bar. And we haven't really given much of that back. We've retested the 13.72 level, and we're currently trading 74. So, the market's resiliency is there. And, in looking at the daily chart, we were riding the upper Bollinger Band. We traded down and bounced off the lower Bollinger Band. And now, like I said yesterday, the bull's job this week is they need to make new highs. They've already made a new high with respect to the June contract, which was 13.71 quarter. Now they're trying to make a new high with respect to the general continuation chart, and that would be over 13.77 quarter. So, if they can do that, a lot of bears, between last Wednesday night, Thursday morning, and right now, a lot of bears are just getting out of the way. I mean, you can just feel it. There's still not, there's still not a lot of action in the tape. Yesterday was really slow. I mean, yesterday was as slow as it gets, and I think a lot of that is a function of the bears have seen this thing run back up off of 13.38. It's taken a lot of energy for them to get it that far. At the same time, a lot of bears got chased out off of the move from 13.38 up basically 30 to 40 handles, and they are leery about jumping back in. So what does that give you? In the middle of the roll, it gives you a pretty much dead trade. I mean, the afternoon trade yesterday, we traded about 1.5 to 2 handle range for the entirety of the afternoon. We just had retail sales, and the number, there really wasn't much bearish about the number, at least at first blush. The revisions were positive. The headline number for this month, for February was in line. But the ES isn't really doing anything. At the same time, I mean, we're up 7 1/2 handles. So let's see how we open up. Today's a Fed day. Don't game the Fed, just like don't game jobs, don't game the Fed. Wait and see what happens. After the announcement, there's going to be a range that's established on the ES, a high and a low, and trade that range. But don't try to guess what the reaction is going to be to a statement where moving a comma from one place to another can make all the difference in the world. Do I expect really much out of the Fed today? No. I mean, everybody knows the plan. They're very good about relaying their plan, and everybody knows the plan. And so I have a very difficult time believing that there is going to be any surprise, a negative surprise from them. I think that when things start to change, when rates start to go up, when they stop doing some of the things that they're doing to in my opinion, boost the market, they are going to telegraph that from 500 miles away in order to mute the reaction. This is not the kind of Fed that's going to come in and say something that is going to knock this market down 30 or 40 handles. Could they do it? Sure. But that's just, I just think that is a lot less likely scenario than the Fed basically just doing exactly what they keep saying they're going to do. I mean, they all insist on speaking every other day and getting the message out there. So what happens in the announcement isn't nearly as prolific as it used to be when we never heard from them except for these little 3 and 4 paragraph statements. Let's do support and resistance. Current trade is 13.74 quarter. I plan to talk today about a triple pivot zone down at 13.60. That's 14 handles below us, but just be aware of it. We'll talk about it here as we go through. So current trade 13.74 quarter. On the upside, 13.77 quarter, 13.83, 13.88, 13.92, 13.95. On the downside, you've got 13.67, 13.64 half, and then that pivot area, 3-day, 9-day, and 20-day from 13.60.75 to 13.60. Then you got the 20-day moving average coming in at about 12.57, 12.58. Then 13.57, 13.58, then 13.53, 13.50, and 13.47 half. So everybody have a great day. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader for Mr. Topstep. Trade them well. I'll see everybody tomorrow morning with another webcast.